fabulous people, welcome to Greece. Today I'm going to share with you everything you need to know about Naxos. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what to do in Naxos, what to see in Naxos, where to eat in Naxos, best beaches in Naxos, and so much more. Now, before we begin, please remember to smack that like button. And if you're new to my channel and my vibe, and the vibe of this channel resonates with you, please consider subscribing. All right, now let's begin. There are so many things to do in Naxos, the largest of the Greek islands in Cyclades, that you would probably need at least a month to fully discover this amazing Greek island. But, of course, I selected the absolute best for you to explore and enjoy. So, let's begin this travel guide with one of the top experiences on the island, hiking Mount Zas. There are two main reasons for it. At the end of the hike, you will stand on the highest point in the entire Cyclades, and at the same time, summit the mountain where, according to the Greek mythology, Zeus was born and raised. Alright guys, so we drove up as high as we could, then we parked the car, and now we're going to walk for about 50 minutes. At least that's what my GPS is saying. A few quick tips, guys. Make sure that you are bringing with yourself some water, definitely sunscreen and snacks, because you're going to be climbing for some time. But let me tell you, the views are so worth it. They are mind-blowing. So it's not only about the destination, guys, it's also about the journey. Guys, what's crazy is that they hardly move. They just standing still. It is so cool. It's like, how do they do that? Unbelievable. Oh, this one is moving. All right, guys, we're about 20 minutes into our journey. And let me just say, some parts are easier than the others, but the views, mind-blowing. And the cool part about this entire climb is that there are areas like this where you can actually just stand and take a break, be in a shade for a little bit, have some water, and then continue the journey. Once you get to the very top of Mount Zas, you will be rewarded with the most breathtaking 360 views over Naxos Greece. This view alone is so worth the hike. Just imagine, you'll be standing at 3,290 feet, the highest point in the Cyclades, as it's marked by the concrete post. Now, before you begin the journey, there is something very important that you should know. There are two main routes to and from the summit. The easiest route from Agia Marina, and the second route from Aria Spring, where you will first pass the cave of Zas. As we started to climb down, we quickly realized that not all roads lead to Rome and ended up in a completely different part of the trail. When you embark on this journey, guys, just make sure you know where you're going. Don't make my mistake. After about a 40-minute walk in who knows what direction, we ended up by the cave of Zeus. Located at an altitude of 600 meters, according to Greek mythology, it is here where god Zeus was raised and was given the mighty lighting that made him the ruler of Olympus. If you want to explore the cave, make sure to bring a hiking flashlight, as the one from your phone won't do the trick. Guys, this is insane. So, we started this morning with going to the cave. We ended up on top of the mountain. Then we said, all right, let's go home. So we started going home and ended up by the cave. Oh, let's try to get home now. On our journey away from the cave, we were amazed by the spectacular views of the Aegean Sea, rich flora and fauna, and a marble path that finally took us to the area spring, a natural spring with fresh and clean water. After the hike, one thing is certain: you will be ready for some Greek food. And there is no better place to have it than at the nearby Filotti village. It's a traditional Cycladic village with whitewashed roofed houses, narrow flowered streets, and a cozy little square surrounded by picturesque tavernas and cafes. And that's exactly where we headed, ready to try some traditional Greek food from the region.
The second one is a traditional pork sausage, a bit spicy. And this one is with throubi. Throubi is an herb similar to thyme.
After the hike and all the incredible food, it was time to cool down. So we headed to one of the best beaches in Naxos, Aliko Beach. It's considered one of the quieter beaches on Naxos Island. Here you will not find sunbeds, umbrellas, or places that serve food, well, except for the nearby food truck. But what you will find is clear water, soft golden sand, cedar trees, and perfect conditions for snorkeling. But that's not all. Right by the beach, on top of the hill, there is an abandoned building site with some amazing graffiti artwork by the renowned artist. This location makes for the best photos to add to your vacation album, so definitely don't miss it. Now, if you're wondering how the nightlife is on the island of Naxos, it's definitely not like in Mykonos or Paros, but you can certainly find some fun and entertaining things to do in Naxos, if that's what you're after. The host of our villa invited me to a live concert at a bar right on the beach, and let me tell you, I had the most incredible night full of dancing and singing. The next morning, before it got too hot, it was time to explore Chora, or Naxos Town, the capital of Naxos. Famous for its fine architecture that combines Venetian and Cycladic elements, Naxos Town has kept its authentic and traditional character. It has a long history, with the oldest local findings dating back to 4000 BC. Chora is the biggest town on the island, so set aside at least half a day to enjoy and explore. There are a lot of things to do and see in Chora, but the first stop on my list is of course the Temple of Apollo, also known as Portara or the Great Door. This jewel of Naxos is a massive marble doorway that stands proudly on the islet of Palatia. Details about the temple's origin purpose remain unknown. Some researchers believe that it was built in honor of Apollo, the Greek god who protected music and poets. Others that it was dedicated to Dionysus, the god of wine. As you continue to stroll through the stone-paved alleys full of restaurants, churches, and monuments, you will definitely be tempted to do some shopping. There are so many cute little unique boutiques where you can find definitely some presents, some souvenirs, do some shopping, so make sure do not skip that part. Once you get to the very top of the hill, you will find an impressive Venetian castle, the main trademark of the island. Shaped as a pentagon, it was built according to the Venetian architecture style. Within its walls, you will find museums, monuments, and churches. At that point, you will probably be ready to relax and enjoy a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, and I know just the right place. Avaton 1739, located right on the roof of an old monastery, has some of the most spectacular views of the nearby villages of Naxos, the port, and the highest peak of the Cyclades, Mount Zas. They have a wide selection of wines, cocktails, and coffee. As soon as you enter the place, you'll find a mirror with a quote, "For 1 minute, stand there in silence, look up at the sky and contemplate how amazing life is." And that is exactly what I did. After such an incredible afternoon, it was time to center myself with a sunset yoga session. I'm going to be honest, I don't practice yoga often, but I heard so many amazing things about this experience that I had to try it for myself. After choosing my preferred scent, I was immersed into a world of tranquility and relaxation. Vasiliki was such an incredible teacher, guiding me through each breath and exercise. And since my mom joined us as well, she made sure each move was adjusted to us individually. The combination of patchouli scent, light breeze, relaxing music, and mesmerizing sunset was the most perfect way to end the day. I had to open my eyes a few times just to make sure this was all real. If you love yoga or just want to relax your mind and take care of your body while on vacation in Greece, this experience is an absolute must. Of course, I will share all the booking details with you in the description below. There are so many incredible places from where you can enjoy sunset in Naxos, and tonight I'm going to take you to one of them. Alright guys, tonight I am probably at one of the most popular restaurants on the entire island, and yes, I am talking about a Rotonda. Guys, this place is an absolute must if you're coming to Naxos. The food, the views, the ambiance, guys, everything is top notch. I'm so excited to share it with you guys. One quick tip, of course, you guys know I always have tips for you. Make sure that you are booking in advance because this place gets busy. So at least a few days in advance. Rotunda is open from an early morning, serving coffee and homemade sweets until late at night, offering cocktails, unforgettable views, and exciting night scenes. This is definitely the place to be on Naxos Island. Stay with me if you wanna. Now ladies, I'm going to share with you the best kept secret of Naxos. I know you used to see flying dress photo shoots in Santorini, but I found this incredible traveling photographer whom you can book no matter which island in Greece you're visiting. Santorini, Mykonos, Milos, Paros, Naxos, etc. She does all types of photo shoots, including flying dress photo shoots in the most dreamy locations all over Cyclades. And this morning, it was time for mine. We climbed all the way up to the church on top of the mountain, and the views from there were absolutely surreal. Valentina was so good at directing the entire process and creating the most magical experience. And the result? Well, see for yourself. Of course, ladies, I shared all the details with you for booking Valentina in the description below. And now it was time to enjoy the most popular beach on Naxos, Agios Prokopios. This place is as close as you can get to the Mykonos vibe, if that's what you're after, as it is filled with beach clubs, restaurants, and water sports activities. Agios Prokopios is endless, with a soft golden sand and inviting gorgeous turquoise water. This is the perfect place to relax with a book, enjoy a drink, and go for a long swim. By the afternoon, you will be hungry, and if you're wondering what is the best lunch spot on this Greek island, I got you. I'm going to take you to a Greek tavern that serves some of the best traditional Greek cuisine. Paradise Tavern Kastraki. Surrounded by tamarisk trees and Aegean Sea, this tavern is simply impossible to visit just once. That's why this place is always busy. I strongly recommend trying their dishes of the day that include plenty of seafood options. And you simply cannot leave this place without trying their fried Naxian cheese with honey and sesame seeds. After all that food, I was ready for some action and decided to try kite surfing for the first time in my life. It's no wonder that this is one of the top things to do in Naxos, as Naxos Greece is considered one of the most popular kite surfing and windsurfing destinations in Greece. Due to its strong and consistent winds, this island in Greece is a paradise for all the adrenaline seekers and action photographers, and I knew just the right place to take you, Mikri Vigla Beach. It looked so easy when professionals were doing it, but as soon as I started, I realized that it was much harder than it looked. Thank God I had the most amazing instructor, otherwise I would have probably ended up somewhere in Albania. I've spent an hour with Andy learning the basics and then practicing them on the beach. I strongly encourage you to give it a try. I will leave Andy's info for you in the description below. And trust me, the feelings you experience from this sport are unparalleled. By the end of my 10-day stay in Naxos, Greece, I knew exactly why people choose this island as their vacation destination in Greece. With its beautiful beaches, delicious food, traditional villages, impressive archaeological sites, numerous hiking trails, and kite surfing spots, Naxos can satisfy any taste, and it's a perfect destination for your holidays in Greece. All right, fabulous people, thank you so much for watching my travel guide on Naxos Greece. Now, before you go and start planning for your trip to Greece, please remember to smack that like button. And if you're new to my channel and my vibe, and the vibe of this channel resonates with you, please consider subscribing. And I truly hope to see you all in the next video.